back to Spoopsville. We were talking to, well, not talking to anybody, but we're standing in front of a girl that looks a lot like Lorraine. So, a ghastly thing, a corpse of a woman leans on the wall. Her arms and limbs, almost every inch of her I still don't know how to pronounce the word, I'm sorry, lithe body, is peppered in wounds and rotting flesh. And it is then the putrid smell of blood and gore hits me, making it so that I don't even question how I missed it in the first place.
How long has this been here? Ugh, that smell. Oh, you're a nasty one, aren't you?
I flinched as the thing twitches. Hey there. How you doing? And as soon as it opens its eyes, it looks at me with a smile. There's nothing on my mind but horror. I break into a run. Here we go. Quick time event. No? Okay. Is it a quick time event? I try to keep on running no matter how much my legs and feet scream at me to stop. I keep going, even when I look back I see nothing of her anymore because I can still hear her. She's pulling a cheap trick on you. she just really wants that piggyback. The scampering of her feet, the words she tries to form with her bloodied mouth, and the painful sounds of bones grinding against each other, she moves closer and closer to me.
How long are these damn tunnels?
Why do you sound so relaxed as you say that? You're being chased. There's a split second where I know that the thing is right behind me, a strange sensation creeping over my limbs when her presence looms over me. And then, suddenly... Okay. I can't even do anything before I'm yanked by the hair and pulled back. Still, I struggle until I'm thrown to the side like some ragdoll. I hit the ground on my side, and the musty smell of old hay that reaches me is my only indication that I'm still alive.
Please don't hurt me!
Okay, if it's a quick time event, please don't make me look at her, but I know they're going to. My body hurts and I keep my eyes shut tight, afraid of what might happen next. I accidentally pressed the stop recording button. Okay, of what happens next.
What's wrong, Marianne? Are you really afraid of little old me?
That's not her, girl. There's a flash of hope. She can help me, save me from that thing. But as I see her smile, the same one that thing have, I know that it isn't Lorraine. I am a fool to think so in the first place. It never could have been her to begin with. The real Lorraine is dead. She looms over me, backs me further into the cell that I was thrown in.
What are you?
That's... Wait, but... Wait, what? But Zach was killed in the... Was I wrong? Was he killed down here? Was that all a hallucination? What happened? Lorraine turns and shifts into that thing from before. And now with the same gruesome grin, it takes a step forward towards me. Towards the cell. Towards me. I barely scramble to my knees when the door in the cell slams shut. And it stands there, just staring. Shouts for help ring out in the tunnel. But none of them are coming from me. Wait, is Zach here? Wait. I don't want, okay, God, if he's here, I don't want to see him without eyes. Oh my God. No, but none of them are coming from me. I'm more paralyzed and shocked by what is happening. My throat tightens when I'm at being full of the image of Lorraine, at the thought of being trapped down here. So then, where?
Help me! Oh, help me! Are you getting all this on camera, Carl? Yeah, but are you guys sure this is a good idea? We're breaking and entering here. Don't worry, the owners of this place haven't been here in a long time. Look at this thing, though. It has writing in blood like some cheesy 80s horror prop. Wait, I have an idea. Oh man, that's genius!
What kind of butthead would even take this thing seriously? Maybe we can stick this in Rowan's backpack. That's Suarez kid would panic.
Guys?
Y'all are dead.
What? Spit it out! Behind you!
They're in the oh God. They're in the corner of the cell. A digital camera comes flickering to life, and the video is played back on the screen. It was hard to even consider paying attention to it when my life is on the line. But when the ghost doesn't move and the teenager's mocking shouts of "help me fill the cell," I just had to watch. and what I had seen students, judging by their St. Goretti uniforms. They were holding...
That letter!
And that thing, the woman, she... Hello? What? Hello? No! Hello? Can we talk about that? What the fuck? What the fuck? So Zach is actually just dead. Zach's just dead. My little hope that he was still somehow alive was wrong. Oh my god. Okay. Okay. We have to do this whole dance and song again. We had to do this whole charade again where the beginning part is so fucking boring and then it finally starts to pick up at like the halfway mark. God damn it. This is how it begins, or so they say. With a gentle wind drifting through the wide open windows, muffled laughter and footsteps fading behind empty hallways, and the light kiss of the afternoon sun. Soon there will be a real call, a crossing of thresholds into the unknown. Maybe we are all off on some grand adventure, or diving into another gripping mystery? One can't really tell. For all I know, a hero might even come and sweep me off my feet if I'm lucky.
That's not exactly a bad thing when you think about it.
But this is far from it, isn't it? A riveting tale, that is. A mild breeze, the faint murmurs, the warm rays painting every nook and cranny, a fiery hue. They are all as real as they can get. As much as I want to write a little tale out of this, I'm far from someone who can. Fleeting fancies, that's what these are, merely passing thoughts to occupy an idle mind while waiting for another busy work day to end. Then again, maybe in another life I am one. Who knows? But at present, what I have and what I've chosen to be, well...
I won't last years here if I find teaching rowdy adolescents a tedious job, will I?
Admittedly, the whole affair isn't exactly as grand or exciting as I imagined it as a child. If I were so stubborn and too passionate about the whole idea, I probably would have quit a long time ago. But it's always the kids that make it worthwhile, isn't it? As if in agreement, as soon as my pen slides a neat circle against the paper, I'm grading. The final bell rings. Like a dam that is open, students began piling out in the hallway soon after. For a short minute, I let the noise fill my ears, let my mind wander to a place far removed from all of this hubbub. Solitary moments like this have come far and few between lately. Even my own home hasn't been quiet as I usually prefer. Though in hindsight, the entire place hasn't been the same either since Isabella moved next door. And if her fussing over a minor cold last week tells me anything, I might as well throw away any solitude with the nearest balcony, so long as she lives nearby. At the memory, my eyes automatically shift over to the bottle sitting at the edge of my desk. A chuckle escapes me as I reach for it.
A little ball of energy and enthusiasm. That big baby.
Mother hen, she calls me, and then says and does the same thing right after. It's not that I'm unused to being the one receiving end of other people's worries, or feel any sort of apprehension over her fretting. If I am, to be completely honest, it's actually amusing how much someone can be a childlike one minute, and then act responsible the next. But there's a dissonance there, both in her actions and her words. Although she might not look like it, may not say anything, may not lose her cheer, one way or another, I know that these troubles have weighed down on her lately. Her face says it all, that big numpty. If she thinks I won't notice, she's got another thing coming for her. That's how she is, has always been. I do understand that part loud and clear, it's just that I'd really rather not pass another burden on to her.
Or become one myself.
Aren't I supposed to be the one taking care of them? Though I guess that's simply one of the things people eventually grow away from, once you've started all leading different lives. Not completely different, I hope. I have no idea what she's talking about. I'm gonna be real. Maybe I zoned out. I don't know what the fuck she's talking about. Somehow the thought makes me feel uneasy. Thankfully, before stranger ideas can take root in my head, a faint buzzing comes from my back, cutting through the rest of my thoughts. A small frown forms on my lips when the screen lights up, and an unknown number flashes. For a long second, my thumb hovers over the answer button. Even the voice that responds once I do accept the call is wholly unfamiliar.
Hello?
Oh, goodness. Finally, it connects. Hello? Is this Miss Gale? Gales? Rebecca Gales?
Yes, speaking. Who is this?
Oh, sorry. Rose Cooper. Briar Realty Corporation.
Briar Realty?
My frown deepens as I straighten from my chair. Something in her tone, despite sounding remarkably friendly and light, doesn't quite sit well with me. The rigid pause that follows doesn't help ease the tension that has suddenly descended either.
Miss Cooper?
Yes. Things are a bit busy on my end. I apologize. I'm not certain if Isabella has mentioned anything before, but we're working together on a property at the moment, and...
The Armengard Mansion, yes. She said something about that earlier. Is there a problem?
This is about Isabella, actually.
She wastes no time relaying everything. The details she provided me are admittedly a bit vague, but enough for me to get the gist of what happened. It isn't the bad sort I'm expecting, though I'm still worrying. Especially with the words panic attack and pale, looking a bit sickly, woven together in one foreboding sentence. But as quickly as it surfaces, I stomp it down in the urge to demand answers, right then and there. Now isn't the proper time for useless questions. I'll find out soon enough regardless. To Miss Cooper's credit, she neither hesitates nor falters all throughout. There's some sort of comfort knowing that Isabella has someone like her to guide her, though not as much as I would have liked. After all, this is Isabella we're talking about. What are the chances she just said a bunch of excuses so she won't get sent home? High. Very high. Oh, she's so going to hear it this time.
You were listed as one of her emergency contacts, so I thought it'd be best you know about this.
How is she? Is she doing okay?
I had her take a break for now, but honestly, I'd feel better if someone were to pick her up and take her home for some rest. Anthem's a fair distance from Luxbourne. I really don't want her going off on her own. I'd do it myself, but you know how it is today. Big day. People everywhere until the open house ends. I'm really sorry to ask this of you, Miss Gales. I know you're busy.
Oh, no, it's all good. I was just about to leave from work. I hope to leave early today anyway. A few minutes ahead wouldn't hurt. I can be there in a few, 40 minutes tops. Is that all right?
In a few? Which you can say a few minutes, that's not a few. That's 30 or 40 fucking minutes. That's a long time, man.
More than fine, Miss Gales, thank you. We're supposed to be here until... Oh, excuse me. One moment, please.
So this is the day of the open house. I guess. Wasn't Ash there? Didn't Ash take her home?
Yes, ma'am.
The faint hum of conversations echoes from her end. It sounds as though the place is buzzing with more people than you'd expect from a regular open house. I was skeptical at first. The house is old, not to mention its inconvenient location in Luxbourne's outskirts. Who wants to live in a place almost an hour's drive away from the comforts of a city? But from what little I can hear, it appears Isabella has every right to be optimistic about the sale. If I didn't understand why she was so adamant refusing my offer to help before, I think I do now. To some degree.
We'll be resuming the tour soon. Yes, thank you. Sorry about that. I really need to get this thing going. Lord knows how I'll salvage the situation here. It shouldn't be anything complicated, but still, clients. They can be difficult when they want to be. Anyway, just look for me when you get here, alright? I shouldn't be too hard to miss.
I'm the one with the green anime hair.
No problem. Thanks for letting me know about this. Just make sure Isabella stays put, please. Heaven knows how stubborn that girl can be.
Oh, believe me, I know. Don't worry about it. I'll have a few of our staff keep an eye on her for me until you get here.
Don't gossip about her behind her back. It's so mean.
That's all I'm asking. I appreciate it.
The whole thing ends on a surprisingly pleasant note. If only the same can be said for the news she brought. I allow a brief minute to pass, to ease whatever tension has latched itself firmly to my nerves. It's a ghost. But no matter how much I wish for it, my mind stubbornly refuses to do so. My hands are unsteady against the papers I pretend to arrange after. The lucid thoughts, every single ounce of grimmer. Ooh, can't read. Then the other grows with each passing second I linger. Something about this whole thing, along with the sudden unease and nagging worry, screams, off. Another game that I want to play. Wrong. This isn't the riveting tale I hope to step into today. Even on a rush, getting everything in order before leaving takes nearly a good quarter hour. That's 15 minutes. Just say 15 minutes. Who says quarter hour? Is that a British thing? Who the fuck says that? By the time I make it out of the classroom, the commotion has already died down, dwindling to mere echoes and distant laughters. From the nearby room, melodies from a rehearsing band drifts freely into the air, filling the almost empty hallway with the warm, lively tunes. Any other day, I'd stop, bask in the music, and enjoy what little peace it brings. Not today, however. My steps are brisk, and I make sure to march to Edward Hall's exit. The sooner I confirm Isabella's okay, the sooner I can shake off this niggling feeling. I don't like that word. That sounds like a slur. For one reason or another, that single call, of all possible things, has thrown everything off kilter. I'd rather this be over as quickly as possible. So much that I nearly barely over a student in my haste. Though perhaps it's the other way around. I knew it. I was like, hey! It's Kylie, right? When I looked down, a set of eyes, bright and hopeful, stare back at me. Her arms are wrapped around my waist like a vice, and at my attention, a grin spreads over her face.
Buenas tardes, Miss Pink.
Hello, Kylie. You know, you aren't supposed to run into people like that.
Sorry, Miss Pink.
She loosens her hold on me, but not a hint of guilt or regret appears on her. If anything, it seems the remark only amuses her. A smile appears on my face before I can help it, matching the one on her own.
Just remember not to do it again, all right? You could get hurt.
You sound like my mama when she's scolding Rowan, Miss Pink.
I'm sure your mama only means well. I know she'll be worried sick if one of you were to get hurt. Where's your brother anyway? Aren't you two supposed to be heading home now?
Rowan said he's got some stuff he needs to do before we go.
Rowan. Was that name? No. Was that name mentioned in the camera? I'm probably just misremembering that, but like for some reason the name Rowan hit me. Her.
I think he's taking too long. But he promised to buy me jelly babies.
Jelly
today,
babies.
if I keep what he's doing a secret from Mama and Papa.
Any chance you'll tell Miss Pink about it?
Is he going to the Ermengarde mansion? She shakes her head, both of her hands going to her mouth as to keep a precious secret from spilling out.
I made a promise. He said it's for Tia Luke.
Oh, something like a gift?
Like a deal. Tio promised to take him somewhere cool when he's old enough. Rowan's gonna prove he's a grown-up.
Laughter slips free from my lips. The teacher in me wants to give whoever this Tio is a reprimand for bringing about this kind of behavior in children. Please, get the whole group, just beat the shit out of Luke. But if both the Soire's kids are so fond of him, there shouldn't be anything to worry about, yes? At any rate, there's nothing but well-behaved, both Kylie and her brother. Rowan, the eldest, may have had the occasional odd streak in and out of class, but the parents taught them well. I see no reason to cast any suspicion of bad behavior on them.
As long as it isn't anything dangerous, all right?
It's not. Cross my heart. My drawings are a lot prettier than what he's doing anyway. Tio said so. Do you want to see? I drew one earlier at class.
Is that why you're here?
Not really. I was gonna show it to my friend first. But since it's you, I'm sure she wouldn't mind if you see it before she does.
Oh no. I can't stay right now, Kylie.
Her face falls immediately after the words are out. A small part of me feels responsible for the crestfallen look, but as much as I want to stay a little longer, there's another place I need to be right now. And frankly, another child to look after. Taking both of her hands, I kneel in front of her and muster the most rueful smile I can give. At her age, I'm quite sure she already understands what I'm about to say before they're even out. But remarkably, she doesn't look away or pout as I'm expecting her to.
I'm sorry. You know what? Rowan has a class with me on Monday around this time. Why don't you drop by again next week? After class? I'll even make sure to wait for you. It's just that I absolutely must leave now. My friend had an accident earlier, and I'm the only one she has here.
What about her Mama and Papa?
Her family lives really far from here, I'm afraid. Do you remember where Asia is? The southeast part? That's where they are.
Her eyes immediately light up at my question. Just like that, I know I've earned this girl's forgiveness.
Oh, just like Takako.
Who?
My friend. She said she used to live there, only just a little higher than Southeast. But she hasn't come home in a long time, so she doesn't remember much about it anymore. Melody says it's weird I talked to her, but I think she's just shy. They could be good friends too. Don't you think so, Miss Pink?
Maybe if you introduce them properly, they will be.
That's what I think. Takako's just lonely. If she makes more friends, she won't be anymore. Is your friend like that too?
A little, possibly. To be honest, sometimes I can't tell with her.
After all, Isabella has always been the kind to hold a smile, even when things have taken a turn for the worse. 5 years and one will think it's enough time to know a person. But when you consider it, come to think of it, all these years I've never, not even once, seen her cry. Not over a trivial matter or even when things are tough.
Okay, you can go to her. I'll just show you my drawing next time.
And next time, you can see another episode of The Letter. I know, I'm really good at transitions. It's good. We're good. We're good. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I hope you have a wonderful day. Goodbye.